Good morning, 21st of September today. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody for the well wishes that I've had from everyone. I've had COVID. It's not a particularly nice thing to get. I'm very pleased I had my 2 jabs. I was pretty poorly for maybe 2 or 3 days, and I'll be honest, it felt like a heavy flu. One day I had problems breathing, but we got over that alright, and I've slowly made progress since then. I was in lockdown until a week past Monday, which wasn't very nice. I missed the big show. I missed the National Pot Leek Society, which I like to get down to. So, you know, never mind, I missed seeing a lot of friends. But in a week's time, we've got another big show coming up this way, which is the Gun In up at Ridsdale. It's another cracking show. It's the last show of the season, and a lot of lads meet from all over the country there. So it's another good one. I do the judging there. So, as I say, it's a cracking day. So thank you, everyone. Just a little update today, a quick look around. Things are starting to move nicely. We'll have a look at some of the produce that's still in the garden, and then we'll have a look. We've started setting leeks away, rubbing onion seed out. So we'll take a little look as we're going around, and I'll explain what we're doing. I'll turn the camera around and we'll have a little look. Right, only about a month ago, a friend from Cleethorpes sent me some lettuce seed up and some radish seed. They've grown tremendous. This is chicory here, grown very well. This is a mixture of radish. It's growing, sorry, not radish, lettuce. It's growing very nicely. And the radish is along here. They're looking great all the way along. They're in rows. I actually had some for breakfast this morning. I love radish. You can see they're just coming out very nicely there. It's a lovely variety. So we'll come back on those and get a few. We'll look around at, as I say, this is just basically to put a little bit of life back in. A few weeds starting to grow. I'm keeping this watered now, and the weeds will grow. I'll just dig all this back in. Any old veg, just throw back into your trenches to feed the worms. We need to do that. We'll have a quick look. If you remember the beginning of August, I actually set some seed away, cabbage and collies, and it's done very well. We'll have a little look in here. That's one of the tomatillo plants. It's almost finished. We have cropped a lot off it, but there's a lot of small ones still forming there. I don't know if you can see those. They are still coming. I don't know if they'll make the grade or not, because we're getting on the season. This has grown very well. It's just a spring cabbage. You can see they've got nice hearts in them, quite a few now. So I could start using these as spring greens. Growing away very nicely. We did have a couple of issues early on with butterflies and thrips, but you can see there's cabbage white on there now. But they've made very good ones. This is Kiloton. It's a later variety. Again, really big. This is a round, solid heart, and you see they're just starting to heart up. So the flower of spring will come first. We'll use those up, and then we'll move on to the Kiloton along here. I had a few Hawkesbury Wonder beans in, and I've let them go way beyond normal. I'm letting these run on for seed. I cracked the bean open this morning to see what they're like. They're starting to produce beans, lovely straight slender beans, or they were. They've got past it now, but beautiful beans. It is one of the best show varieties. So I'm going to take all these off now for seed. As you can see, there's been some real cracking beans on here, but they're not quite ready yet, so I'll let these grow on, produce beans, and we'll take those out for seed. The lettuce is almost finished. We're still getting 1 or 2 nice heads out. That's an iceberg type. Collies, it depends where I've got them in the garden. This is a leek trench where if I was pulling a leek out, I just took a cauliflower in. I normally work on about 14 weeks for collies, but where are we? These will probably be 8 weeks old now, and they're actually, they look as if they're going to start and produce a heart. So maybe I'll get these in 12 weeks because they're under polythene covers. But tremendous foliage on them all the way along. Just wherever I pulled a leek out, so they were set at different stages. Some are grown quite big, some are still on the small side. Right, I've only got 3 leeks left in the bed. These are Jimmy Dunnett's leeks. 3 Cumbrian, and then in this bed the collies have done very well, but I think I've got a bit of club root in here. It is an onion bed, and I decided to stick a few collies in, but they're just starting to go a little bit pale and limp during the daytime on hot days, and mine, we've had some hot days, but they are going to be very good. Big high foliage on them, really good powerful plants, but I do think there's a little bit of club root evident in the bottom of the plants there. Lettuce is finished along here now. Plenty of peppers ripening up. This is the Mexican one. Habanero. A little bit basil at the back being good. These beans are cobra. It's a climbing French bean. They've been absolutely tremendous. It's a hybrid, so it's no point in taking all this seed. These are now past their best. They're starting to produce beans within the pods, but we've had hundreds and hundreds of. They've been really good, so I would recommend the variety cobra to anyone. Take a look at the leek heads. The peas are now finished. We had a hell of a crop of peas. They were very good. Go down into the... I've put a very late batch of cauliflower in here. We just took all the few seedlings that I had in there, and we filled that with late set collies, so they've got a hold now, growing all right. Onions, I've got most of them cropped. We can see there is 1 or 2 starting to produce a few pips, fairly large pips, but I haven't got a lot. But the bulbs on the bottom are still looking very good. Still happy with those. Right, we've got a problem this year, and I know it's quite common throughout. I've spoken with Medwin Williams, I've spoken with a lot of the top exhibitors in this area, and people are saying they're going to be very short of blanch leeks, especially the Pendle Improved. I'm no different. Nice clean stems, still fit right down to the bottom here. As you see, as we go up, the heads are just drying out. It's just happening on the Pendle. I've had small heads on the pot leeks, the CSC, but I've got plenty of nice suckers coming up off last year, king pods, but these have all dried out, and they're being watered on a regular basis. I'm getting the odd sucker up, which is like a king pod off the bottom, and it is producing heads, but not the quantity that I'm looking for. Fortunately, I have got plenty of other breeds, which you'll see me through. There's a couple up there. There may be a few substitutes this year, so if anyone's looking for blanch leeks, put on, if you don't want a substitute, possibly don't order Pendle Improved off me. As we move along, the heads are in full swing now. We're setting leeks all the time. You can see there's still some very nice heads. There's some really big heads in here. These are 2 king pods that's come up. We've cut the main head, and it's produced really strong, healthy grass, very nice. But as you can see, we've still got plenty to work with. These are blanch leek heads. So we've still got quite a bit of work to be done at the moment. On this side, we've got a lot of nice fresh heads. Plenty of lovely grass here. Over the back, these are all the king pods that we had, mainly CSCs over there, and there's some nice heads with grass starting to appear over there, so they'll come later on. This is the blue again. The blue haven't performed well. It's the king pods that's actually producing the better grass. As we can see, some nice heads through the back there, but they're all still nice and clean right down to the base. But you have to watch just in case anything starts to die off from the base. If it does, you need to cut it and get it set. You can see the king pods are producing. These will be removed and repotted with the ones that I want to keep for future years. Others will just be destroyed. Blanch leeks, these are the seedlings. Some very, very nice ones. These are about 18 by 8 at the moment. They've had quite a bit stripped off them, and they've had the colours removed now for a good few weeks. But these are new varieties. I'll just look through here. All looking pretty good. I'm very pleased with them all the way along there. So we're going to have some new blanch leeks for future years. Again, plenty of nice heads. Plenty to be going at. Right, we'll go into the tomatoes have been excellent. I've had a really good crop. They're about finished now, they're well through, they're ripening right up to the top trusses. I've stopped watering them all together. You can see the plants are starting to go limp, but it helps them to ripen up quickly. All the friends have had them, the family's had them. They've been really good tomatoes. This one is Maisie, if you remember. Excellent. I'm busy rubbing onion seed out now. I'll show you the stages of the onion seed. This is into a 24-foot greenhouse by 10. It's an aluminium house. Right, we cut the heads. I've already got a batch done, but we cut these heads late on. And as you can see, there's some lovely black seed still in here. We bring them in the greenhouse to help them to dry out. We're looking to see them turn from the green stage, as we see here, into this dried out stage, where you can see all the black seed in, and that's what we're looking for. From there, we trim the seed off, and this is what we end up with. And I put it into a large bowl, and we just shake it around and keep on blowing the seed off. And as you can see on the base, lots of black seed, and that's the finished off article. As you can see, plenty of nice healthy black seed. It's nice and fresh. I have sown a little bit seed just as a tester, just one little pot over the back side. I've counted 10 seed in there to see how many germinate, to make sure that they come right. That's the Hawkesbury Wonder bean seed I was telling you about. I've just opened one pot up just to have a look and see. It's not quite ready yet, so we'll leave those a little bit longer. Pot leeks, well, pot leeks and blanch leeks. Here we're on, this is a virus-free head. Just to show you what we're looking for. You can see there's a little bit of dieback on here. We've had a very hot week, and you can see it's starting to take its toll on the heads. People say to me, when would you set your heads? It's not when you want to set them, it's when the leek tells you it's got to be set. They are nice, clean, healthy grass, but as soon as I see dieback like that, it goes into a solution. Some people use Domestos. I have done in the past. This is actually a Rovril solution, and it will stay in there for at least 24 hours. I'll check it in 24 hours. It may end up in there for 48 hours. Moving on from there, this is a berwick head. As you can see, there's some fairly large pips starting to come out there, so plenty of the berwick leek. This is what we set. This is what we're looking for. These are Cumbrian, and you can see there's 100%, so they're beautiful and clean all the way through the trays. Very fine at the moment, and I have removed some up into the top greenhouse. I've been on for 2 days cleaning that greenhouse out. I will say it's imperative that you clean the entire place that you're going to grow in to start off with clean stock. And these have been set almost a fortnight now. Just have a look at the roots on the bottom. That's what we're looking for. Nice roots, so they're great. They'll be ready to be potted very soon. I have removed some up to the top greenhouse already, and we'll start potting this afternoon. Compost looks like it's going to possibly be in short supply this year, a couple of load. So I've ordered the commercial compost to come in for the beginning of November. I've ordered 20 tonne of 60 litre multi-purpose, because that's what all these are set in, just ordinary multi-purpose clover. They're coming in down to the local garden centre. I do a little bit buying for them. So that's ordered. That we've just had a 20 tonne load. We've just had a 20 tonne load, and it's almost all gone. Everybody's starting to stock up for the winter. So there's a new load due in the next 10 days. And then, as I say, the big load of professional will be in a little bit later. That's about it. When I get up in the top greenhouse, we'll have a quick look. As I say, it's all nicely cleaned out now. I'm just about ready to start potting. So we'll put this on stop, and then when I get up to the top, we'll have just a 2-minute look up there. Thank you. Right, this is the greenhouse in the back garden. This is 50 foot by 12 foot, and it's where I do most of the growing throughout the winter months, because it's right handy for the house, which is just across the road. I'll turn it around and have a look. Right, all the benches have been cleaned, all the glass has been cleaned, the footpaths have been cleaned, all the trenches. This is a trench down the middle. It's all been cleaned out. I've just sterilised all that sand bed, which is a heated bench, and we're really ready to get started in here. So just to show you, GSN's looking quite good. Again, 100% in them there. Some Amelias. Some nice Cumbrian. We'll just take a look at the roots on these. Nice roots starting to pop through there. On all the trees, just nice there. Some Cumbrian, some McWoods leek. Again, they all look great. They're all 100%, so I'm pleased with that. Some more Amelia. The Amelia seems quite a vigorous leek. And a few betties there. So these will be starting to get potted on this afternoon. Right, that's about it, thank you. These are the lights which have been up. These are the new lights which I bought at the back end of last year, or well, it was in the beginning of this year. These will not be in action for quite a while, but they're there when I need them. Perfect, thank you. We'll see you later. Bye bye now.